Hey guys, we're here at SeaWorld. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell to get future videos.
Has one interconnected ocean, a vast blue expanse, critical to life on Earth. And there's no better animal to represent the story of the ocean with all its splendor and uncertainty than the killer whale, or as it's scientifically known, the Orcinus orca. The orca lives in every corner of the ocean, from the Arctic to the Atlantic, the Southern to the Indian, to the mighty Pacific and beyond. This whale's story is the ocean's story, and it is one we all share.
Good afternoon and welcome to SeaWorld's Orca Encounter. My name is Chris and I'm honored to introduce you to this intriguing and majestic animal. There is nothing quite like seeing a killer whale up close and learning about them and their natural behaviors. We hope this Orca Encounter will give you a greater understanding of this magnificent creature and all that it represents.
While they are found in every ocean, orcas living off the coast of Iceland are quite different than those near Costa Rica. In fact, there are at least 10 types or ecotypes of killer whales. An ecotype describes the differences between killer whales' size, physical form, prey, social structure, and habitat. As you can see, the differences are subtle, but noticeable when compared side by side. Orcas are adapted perfectly to their environments. And even the whale's black and white coloration has a purpose. It camouflages the outline of their bodies in the water, making it easier for them to surprise and catch their prey. When viewed from above, the black of the whale blends in with the dark depths of the ocean. When viewed from below, the orca's white bellies match the brighter surface of the water, blending with the light above, giving them the perfect camouflage.
Killer whales really are a natural wonder. And now 30-year-old Orchid will help me show you some of their physical characteristics. That blowhole is perfectly designed for taking a quick breath at the surface of the water. Even the location of her eyes works to his advantage. It may look like her eyes are located in that oval white patch. That's just a visual distraction. Her eyes are actually located in the black area in front of the white patch, camouflage from thrashing prey. The fin on her back is called a dorsal fin. Helps stabilize the killer whale while they swim. Can also help regulate their body temperature. And the flippers on either side of their body are called pectoral flippers. They use mostly for steering and stopping. And inside of those pectoral flippers are 5 bony digits, just like our human hand. The lobes on either side of that tail, those are called flukes. The tail flukes are the killer whale's engine, propelling the speeds of up to 30 miles an hour. That's as fast as some of our speedboats. Killer whales swim the fastest and generate the most power when launching their nearly 10,000-pound bodies out of the water.
Killer whales are highly social animals with a well-defined social structure. An orca pod is always led by a female. Though just half the size of her male counterpart, she is in charge. It's all about attitude, not size. Because they live and work as a group, orcas need to communicate with sounds and body language. Orcas use clicks for echolocation or navigation. Whistles to socialize in the pod. And calls for group coordination and hunting. Vocal development studies here at SeaWorld show that early on, calves learn vocalization from their mothers. But as they grow, they learn from others close to them as well. This is a bottlenose dolphin call that Shuka learned and even taught other killer whales here at SeaWorld. In fact, orcas are the largest members of the dolphin family. Whales here and in the wild use vocalization to communicate all the time.
Like all animals, killer whales use body language as a form of communication. Pectoral slaps can be used to show dominance or to get noticed. For example, a mother may use a peck slap to get the attention of her calf. When killer whales really want to be heard, they breach. Spy hopping allows allows the killer whales to coordinate with one another and get a better view of their surroundings while they hunt. And fluke slaps are another great way killer whales communicate in the wild. Killer whales are excellent communicators, so it's no surprise they're at the top of the ocean's food chain.
Killer whales work together to rear their young, protect their fawn, and most importantly, pursue and catch their prey. Every day they cooperate to survive in the wild oceans of the world. The orca's hunting techniques are as varied as the whales themselves. Norwegian killer whales will circle herring, herding them together. The whales use sounds to coordinate with each other and to disorient the herring. With the fish confused and contained, the whales stun them with their powerful tail flukes, making for an easy meal.
Killer whales in the southern hemisphere will capture sea lions by grabbing them right off the beach. Watch as Nakai shows that same behavior right here. Antarctic killer whales can generate waves that wash over floating ice, knocking unsuspecting seals right into the water. Watch as Orca shows us that same wave-making technique, demonstrating one of the more impressive and complex hunting abilities killer whales have developed around the world. Now, it is one thing to see the waves crashing around the pool like that, but you can't quite grasp the amount of water that's displaced until you experience it firsthand. Luckily, I have a very brave volunteer who's willing to challenge the waves generated by the whales. You ready, bud? You look ready. I'm gonna have you have a seat right here on this box. There it is, back all the way up against the glass. And you hold onto that handle right there. It's okay, I've warmed the water up. You've already assumed the position. I like that, that's a good way to go. I think we're ready over here. Who we sending today? We're not going to send one whale. We're not going to send two whales. All three whales are on their way over. So you got to look up and say hi, because here come the whales, and here comes the wave. One more time. Oh, they were nicely done. How was that? Was that cool? Good job, bud. There you go. Come on over this way. Let's give a huge round of applause for our volunteer. All 15,000 of them. Well, because killer whales live in every ocean on the planet, it's no surprise that they eat all types of prey, including other whales. Take a look at the screen. You'll see the largest animal on the planet. That's a blue whale. It's 5 times longer and 50 times heavier than a killer whale than this one right here. So how can a killer whale that size take down a whale that size? Well, it's possible, because killer whales are the ultimate team players.
In this example, we see the larger male orcas surround a sperm whale, forming a perimeter, while the females continue to drive the whale forward until it reaches exhaustion. The calves then move in to join the adults in the group. Whatever their prey, killer whales always cooperate and hunt together, making them a highly successful predator.
Play is an important part of everyday life for a killer whale. It's how they teach their young to hunt and practice new skills as they grow. Orcas spend lots of time interacting and showing off their playful side, both in the wild and right here at SeaWorld. Porpoising is when the killer whale swims quickly at the surface, breaking out of the water just briefly. You'll often see them doing this when catching a ride in the wake of a boat or surfing in a wave. Killer whales love to be touched and will often be seen rubbing their bellies on rocks when they can. Watch as Orca shows us that same behavior you may see killer whales do in British Columbia. You'll also see killer whales imitating each other in the wild. We see here at SeaWorld all the time. The whales are always mimicking and learning from one another. Now, playful behavior does have its purpose. A tail whip can be used in hunting to stun fish, but today, I think the whales might just be stunning all of you. We interact with these killer whales every day here at SeaWorld, which allows us to provide optimal healthcare, research, and quality of life through the relationships that we build with them day after day. Whales here take an active role in their own health and well-being. We can ask the whales to present different parts to us. Their flukes, their dorsal fin. Right on the surface of their tail flukes is a vein where a veterinary staff can come down, receive a blood sample, and check the overall health of our killer whales. We can even ask the killer whales to slide up on the scale like on the video. We weigh the whales once a week to ensure the younger whales are growing properly and the older whales are maintaining a healthy weight. We can even ask for a breath sample from the killer whale's blowhole. Now, none of these behaviors would be possible without the relationships that we build with them day after day right here at SeaWorld. All right, now I'd like to introduce you to a very special killer whale. Making his way right here onto the slide out is Nakai. Nakai is 17 years old and was born right here at SeaWorld. In fact, he was the very first killer whale conceived through artificial insemination. Nakai likes a lot of things. He likes playing with his toys, interacting with his trainers, but his all-time favorite thing is hanging out with that killer whale right there on the wall. That's Orca. Those two are inseparable. Now, one thing that a lot of people don't know is that Nakai here has participated in numerous research studies that have come to the aid of his wild counterparts. We challenge these animals every day to learn new things, to engage and stimulate their minds. Diet, exercise, and of course play keep these whales in great shape.
The whales here at SeaWorld have helped killer whales in the wild by participating in many research studies. One ongoing study monitors the whale's heart rate and breathing to understand how marine noise pollution from ship engines and other sources affect wild populations. In another study, scientists from NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, took measurements of the killer whales living here, including pregnant whales. By comparing these measurements with drone footage of killer whales in the wild, scientists are able to monitor the wild population's nutritional and reproductive states. Other research has been done here at SeaWorld on the mother whale's milk composition. This research will help create an effective model to understand how toxins in the ocean impact wild killer whales and their milk supply. What we learn from the whales in our care every day is actively helping whales in the wild survive. And just by being here today, you've supported our rescue, research, and conservation efforts all around the world. If we work together, like the killer whale, we can protect the future of the Orcinus orca and this beautiful planet that we all share.
Thank you all so much for joining us tonight for Orca Encounter. We hope you gained a great appreciation for this amazing animal. Have a great rest.